Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to All About Fun and Games. I'm glad you're here. Stay tuned for my list of top 10 solo board games with a springtime feel. Spring has arrived, and following are my top 10 board games that I play solo that give a springtime feel. These are games that bring the springtime activities onto the game table, like those of planting flowers, planning vacations, getting outside, and enjoying the sun. Let's get to the list. Number 1, Spring Meadow. Spring Meadow is for 1 to 4 players and takes about 15 minutes to play. It is a perfect game to play this time of year. In the game, players take off to go hiking and enjoy a picnic. The snows are melting and the green meadows with little creatures scurrying about are everywhere. How far can you go? Number 2, Honey Buzz. Honey Buzz is for 1 to 4 players and takes about a half hour to play. Bees love springtime and are ready to get to work. In Honey Buzz, you send out your beeples in efforts to build the most successful hive. You gather nectar, create honey, and work to sell products and pollen. At first, you only start with 1 worker bee, but during the game, you can gain more bees to then have more workers to send out for doing more actions to ultimately have the most profitable hive of honey. Number 3, Meadow. Meadow is a game for 1 to 4 players. Spring is a time to get out after a long winter inside and explore. In Meadow, players wander around the beautiful landscape searching for different items, animals, plants, berries, and other interesting things that can fill various habitats. Back at the campfire, you can share your finds. The one with the most points wins. Number 4, Cape May. Cape May is for 1 to 5 players and takes over a half hour to play, even playing solo. In Cape May, you are building a beautiful vacation town with shops, businesses, cottages, old Victoria homes, and landmarks. You can also do some bird watching, which shouldn't be overlooked in the game. How and where players build up the area by strolling the paths and according to goal cards is key. In the solo game, you play against an AI player, and the one with the most points wins. Number 5, floriferous or herbaceous or delicious. I'm sure those who watch the channel knew Floriferous and its other sister games would be on my list. I love taking the flower garden to the game table. In Floriferous, you stroll through the garden picking and arranging flowers with the goal to complete various bounty cards and other cards to gain points. In the solo game, you have to watch out for the troublesome crow. He's always taking the flowers, insects, or cards you want. And number 6, the Whatnot Cabinet. The Whatnot Cabinet is for 1 to 4 players. Getting out to explore and collect fun objects after a long winter is welcome. In the Whatnot Cabinet, you go out and discover lots of interesting objects. You gather these and place them in your cabinet in efforts to make the best display. It is a set collection game, bringing the joy of discovery to the game table. Lots of fun. Number 7, Dive. Dive is a game for 1 to 4 players. Spring is a time to go on vacation, escape to an island, and dive. In the game Dive, you plunge into the ocean in search of the sacred stone. You have the help from sea turtles and manta rays, but watch out for the sharks. It's a very unique game with its stacked transparent cards. How deep will you dive? Number 8, Three Sisters. Spring is the time for planning. Three Sisters is a game for 1 to 4 players, and it's a dice rolling game packed full of options. You're trying to have the best and most profitable backyard garden. Three Sister refers to 3 different types of plants. A common custom was to plant corn, beans, and squash together. The corn grows high, allowing the beans to climb alongside, while the squash is a ground cover, reducing weeds. But not only are you planting the 3 sisters, you have perennials, fruit trees, berry bushes, bees, various tools in your shed, and a market to utilize. How you select the die from the rolls will determine your score. Lots of choices and lots of fun. Number 9, Parks. The parks are open for visitors and hikers, and you are ready to hit the trails and do some hiking in the game of Parks, which is a game for 1 to 5 players. Although there are different seasons in parks, spring is one of them. Your goal is to gain the most points by exploring the parks, taking photos, and completing certain other goal cards. In the solo game, you compete against an AI player who hinders your goals and movements. Lots of fun. And number 10, Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. The theme parks are also open in spring. In Dinosaur Roll and Write, your goal is to build the best dinosaur park possible by the rolls of dice. You also try to gain as many bonus points as possible from achieving certain goals. There are lots of dice, giving lots of choices with lots going on. Build the best park without your guests being eaten by the dinosaurs, and you should be good. So there you have my list of top 10 board games that give a springtime feel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time here at All About Fun and Games.